Now we'll get into the locks. So recapping last week, Ashton, another rough week for you. You're still 15-10-1 on the year. 0-2 week for you. The benefit of starting 15-4 is that you can have 3 bad weeks in a row and you're still beating Vegas. So good on you. Your losses were Kentucky +11 and Arizona -10.5. My week was better. I went 2-1. I fought you on the Alabama-Kentucky game. I was on the right side with Alabama. Took them -10.5. Sure. I also took Michigan -4.5 against Penn State. Felt like an easy cover there. And I joined you on the Arizona -10.5 against Colorado, and we shared the loss there. So my record on the season is 24-28. So you still have the best record. What are you looking at for week 12?
We talked about Jaden Daniels going for glory, right? Mm-hmm. Georgia State has given up 40-plus points the last 3 games. They have lost all of those games. Their defense is not good. They cannot stop the pass. I think Jaden Daniels, it's a night game. It's on national television. It's at 8 o'clock on ESPN2 in Baton Rouge. LSU by 31, that's low. I think they go out. This is a game where it's like, I see this one like 59-7, like one of those games. I think they win and cover possibly by a decent margin here. I really do think that LSU is trying to get Jaden Daniels at least invited to New York. If not, I don't think he can win it. Maybe they already have 3 losses, whatever, not his fault. But I think they do want him to be a Heisman finalist. I think they go out. I think they win. I think they cover. Give me LSU, lay them 31 points.
I got 30.5 for you, so that's a little bit
even better. Even better.
The team total for LSU is 50.5. How does that sound to you? Would you like that better, or are you still just sticking with the 30.5?
I'm going to stick with the 30.5. I like it. I don't mind that. Yeah, I'll just stick with the 30.5. I don't trust LSU's defense. I guess if I don't trust their defense, it's even a better reason to bet
team total. I'm just throwing it out there.
Let me think about it. Last while. Let me think about it. I'll come back around.
Okay, while you're thinking about it, I'll share mine. I have 3 plays this week. I'm taking Michigan -19 against Maryland. I feel like Michigan, they're using this whole Harbaugh thing it's bringing them together, and I think they're in full just kill everyone mode. So I think Maryland's in trouble. Maryland has faded a bit down the stretch, by the way. So they're not very good at this point of the season. I think Michigan will easily win this game by 3 touchdowns. I'm taking Georgia -10 against Tennessee. I just trust Georgia a lot right now. Tennessee is a really solid team. Georgia is clearly better than them.
Yeah.
Georgia feels like a team without a hole right now. They just feel like they're good in every aspect of the game. Carson Beck playing extremely well at quarterback. They got Brock Bowers back. Ladd McConkey is out there just smoking dudes, and their defense is figuring it out. So
right.
And then my third and final play, I'm taking the Illinois-Iowa under 31. Iowa unders this year just feel like money.
They hit every time. Yeah.
And Illinois has a pretty good defense as well. They put up a lot of points against Indiana this last week. So good for them. Iowa's defense, I don't know if you've checked recently, it is better than Indiana's defense. So I'll take the Illinois-Iowa under 31 as my third and final play.
What did you make of the Clemson being favored by 6.5 at home against North Carolina? Did you see that?
I did. Clemson is a better team than North Carolina from a power ranking standpoint.
Are they?
I think
Are they? Are we sure?
They've played a little bit better the last few weeks.
Who beat Duke?
North Carolina. They did. The game is at Clemson too, which matters. They have a good home field advantage.
I understand.
I get the line. I also get how you might feel like it's wrong. I'm not going to tell you shouldn't play it.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily the person whose advice you should take on any of this.
Okay.
24-28 on the season. So
okay. All right.
But
can we give Clemson the credit though? We didn't really talk about it. They came out and beat Georgia Tech, who's a good football team, by the way. Georgia. This is not the Georgia Tech of years past. Georgia Tech's pretty good, and they doubled them up 42-21. So
Right.
a game I watched a bit of there early. So yeah, is their offense maybe finding something? Maybe. I don't know. They put up points against Notre Dame. That's tough to do. Notre Dame has a good defense.
Yep.
So yeah, I do see your point from a power rating standpoint and from an overall talent standpoint. I think you're correct. You're correct. I do think that yeah, I don't know. I'm probably getting a little bit. I think Drake May is for sure the better quarterback of the two.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
and is that enough? Like to be that much of an underdog, I guess, with still so much to play for. Like Clemson doesn't have just a ton to play for, but North Carolina still does. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I don't love it. So I won't be. Yeah, we'll just stay away from that one. One more I was going to just bring up. Are we going to do anything about the Washington-Oregon State game? Oregon State favored by 1.5. Are we doing anything there? Like, I want to double check my book and just see what my number is, see what I can get it at. But that's tempting.
Yeah, you can get Washington at +1.5 as an underdog here. Like, I don't hate that at all. Oregon State, I really respect and like them a lot. I don't know. I think for me, like if I had to choose a side there, it would probably be Washington, but I don't know. Is that what you were thinking?
I agree. Yeah, the same way. I would have been leaning Washington as a 1.5 underdog on the road. Yeah, I would have. I also thought about Iowa covering the 3 points at home. I know you already took the under at 30.5, and I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, does Iowa cover the 3 points? I thought about that, but then the problem is you have to wait for Iowa to score a touchdown to cover those 3 points, and that's just a terrible 45 minutes or however long it takes them to score a touchdown. So
right,
yeah, I'm going to just stay. I'm just going to hold with the LSU 30.5, I guess. I'm not going to take the team total. That might be smarter. I'm not sure. I'm just going to stay with the 30.5. That might be it for me, man. That might be it. I'm getting a little gun shy here these last couple of weeks.
Fair enough. You don't like my my Illinois Iowa under 31? You're not going to join me on that one?
No, I do. I do like that one. I do. I really do. It's just like, okay, Illinois put up points last week, man. They really did.
Yeah.
I know you made the point that Indiana's defense isn't really good. I understand that. They scored 48. Like Iowa could play half the season and not score 48 points. True. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. I think that one could get a little interesting there. And then they're always, I always get the fear of a pick six, or a punt return touchdown. It's just awful when you have the under, because it pretty much just dooms you. So yeah, I'll just stay away. But I admire someone that goes out and consistently bets the Iowa unders. I respect.